desert about 10:30, and we're at the trailhead now. We got about another 30 minutes before we get to camp. Right now it's just me and Crystal. Finished airing down, and it's just us for now. Joey D and Dell are going to meet us out here, but we're here in the desert and it's pitch black, but we are grateful for a full moon, and we still have to set up camp tonight, do a little night wheeling. Let's go. And we have an issue with the Gladiator. So something happened, everything just died inside. So we're trying to troubleshoot it, but it possibly could be the main fuse. So got a voltmeter, continuity tester, try to get it back running. Okay, so I'm gonna try to show you guys what's going on here. So all the wiring is fine, went through, found out all the fuses are still good. And what we found out is that this I think it's a 10 millimeter, was loose. And so got that tightened up and got power back to the truck. So if that ever happens to you and it's not a fuse, just try these, make sure they're all torqued down and they haven't loosened up on you. So we should be fine in the morning.
Hey guys, it's David and Crystal from Trail Adventures TV, and right now we're out here in Ocotillo Wells at Paul's Verdes Wash near Ellis Wash, and we came out late last night. We arrived at camp about 10:30, so we got to do some night wheeling, which was fun, set up camp. And this morning we had a great breakfast, just finished packing up, and we're gonna head over to the Salton Sea, and we're gonna see what kind of condition the old naval shipyard is over there, the old naval yard. And then after that, we're gonna head over to Calcite Mine. A lot of great stuff going on over there, some steep shelf roads, should be very interesting, so stay tuned. It's gonna be another great episode. we have the sign that says unexploded ordnance, danger, explosive hazard. We're going to keep exploring. So nothing out here is really marked at all, and the signs do make it kind of sketchy when they say unexploded ordnance, but if you stay on the fresh tracks, we should be okay. So we're still going to try to make our way around to the old naval yard. You can see these trees here have quite a few nests. No birds nesting now, it's not that time of the year, but they will nest in anything. And look at these trees, they've been dead forever.
flying the drone through these posts.
Tim 4.
God, it's crazy how the water is.
So we have been thoroughly enjoying the Salton Sea and the naval base here, and just checking out all the random things that are still out here. It's very interesting. Let me share some of this with you guys. You can see the hardware is completely rusted through from all the salt. It's hard to tell what some of these contraptions did or what they were used for. Now, this area is used a lot by migratory birds during that time of the year. You can see at the top of that pole there is a nest, quite a few nests around the area. So even though the water is super salty, this is their habitat. This is where they come every year as they move from south to north and from north to south. Look at this. Just amazing. It's like a, well, I guess it truly is a ghost town. Look at this rope. Can you imagine all the boats and ships that have tied off to that thing since the late 1930s, early 1940s? Just incredible. Much of this area was designed just for testing of the atom bomb. Now, not the bomb itself, but how the shell of the bomb would react as it moved through the air and hit water. But now it's just abandoned. There used to be 100 or so people that lived out here full time doing naval testing. There were pilots. There's a lot of planes at the bottom of this lake. And as the water level drops and continues to drop, you never know. Maybe one day, all those airplanes that are at the bottom of this lake, you'll be able to see them again. Pretty incredible stuff. Now, I know one of the questions we're going to get asked is it smelly? And I'm sure at different times of the year, it is smelly. Right now, absolutely not. It's just like a lake anywhere else that you would go visit a lake. And it's super calm out there. Like, it's just, I don't know if you can see, but it's perfectly calm. And if you had a jet ski or a wave runner or something, that would be an incredible place to go and take your watercraft. But the water is so salty, 30 times more salty than the ocean, and that's unpleasant. And that's part of the problem. But for someone who's into adventure, it's kind of cool to come out here and check this stuff out. Just exploring some of these abandoned buildings. And I tell you what, man, it's super interesting. If you're ever in the area and you haven't been to the Salton Sea, to check out some of these abandoned buildings, make sure you put it on your list. It's worth the adventure. We're gonna go in this building here. Looks like the sand has really flowed through here. Wow. Metal frames are still intact. Obviously no window in it. Old electrical boxes. Plaster ceilings, some old switch gear. Don't think they're going to be firing this stuff up anytime soon.
a little bizarre having the Salton Sea to the right and this white sandy like soil. Almost feels like you're driving on the beach, but you're not. Okay, so we're coming up on another structure here. Let's go check it out. So if I'm not mistaken, this structure here was used to house the high-speed cameras to film the bombers during their missions. Still standing, but probably not for long. It's in rough shape. Let's go inside. So it looks like you had a couple of load centers here and some low voltage communication wiring here. Everything's running galvanized, threaded pipe, as you would expect, but pretty amazing. Lots of sand in here as well. Let's head upstairs. So this is the mount where they would have the cameras here and here, and all the wiring would drop down below into these boxes and whatnot. Old military technology, and all of this was necessary to help fight and end the war. This part of the road literally gets covered with sand, and this is really super soft, sugary sand. So you gotta keep your momentum going and have the right air pressure. Watch out for giant dips like that one. Ugh.
So we stopped off near Ocotillo Wells at the Mud Arch for a quick lunch. It was sandwiches, macaroni salad, and a few potato chips for us. We explored a little bit, and then we continued on our way.
So we just arrived at the trailhead for Calcite Mine, and right now the time is 1:30, and this is a short out and back trail, and really the only thing technical about it is the shelf roads, and there's a few steep climbs, but nothing, you know, too outrageous. But it's just another way to enjoy some of this backcountry here in the Anza Borrego State Park. Yeah, kind of a hot day to pick to go hiking out here.
To the Calcite Mine. There's an actual Calcite Mine up here.
So it's been a great couple days. We're out here at Calcite Mine. We're at the top of the trail now,
And it's really just such an easy road. I mean, honestly, anybody could probably make it up that trail. But once you get to the top, you're treated to long vistas and views of the Badlands out here in the Anza Borrego area. And some of the stone over here is just amazing. So I'm going to share that with you now. But
After visiting Calcite Mine, we raced back to camp. We got everything set up. Crystal and I were starving. So we set up the tent first, and then I broke out the camp kitchen and started getting things prepared for dinner. And tonight's dinner was going to be special. We brought some amazing ribeyes and our ice cold barbecue. Enjoy.
So tonight we got some mixed vegetables with some sauteed onions, salt, pepper, and then we're gonna bring in some steamed rice. Now we made the steamed rice at home. Usually this is the best way to prepare it. Go ahead, put it all in there. Let's keep going. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna take this. It's not gonna be exactly like fried rice, but it is fried rice inspired. So we just added some soy sauce and some multi-purpose rub. We're just mixing that in. This is a great go-to rice mix for whenever you're on the trail. And once again, making the rice at home and bringing it in a Ziploc bag, or just make some rice yourself. But I prefer a little more convenience. This works out great for us. Now we've had these steaks with some salt, pepper, and some steak seasoning sitting for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm gonna go right on the Ice Co barbecue grill.
like all good things, every weekend has to come to an end.
That is so sad.
Now, we just finished up 2 or 3 days covering some of the Southern California region of Anza Borrego, Calcite Mine, a few other locations as well. Now, Joey D and Dell took off to go to the Little People area and to also look at some of the areas over there by Truck Haven. But I guess I wanted to ask you, what was your best part about the weekend?
Breakfast. No, dinner. We had some steak and shrimp.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. Now, are you going to ask me what was my best part?
Yeah, well, yes, sorry, honey. What's your best part of the trip?
Being with you this weekend.
Oh, that is so lovely.
Yeah, you
babe.
love the food. I love you. Anyways, guys, hope that wasn't too corny for you. But for all the couples out there that we encourage to get out on the trails and adventure together, from David and Crystal and all the gang, we appreciate you for watching, and we'll see you on the next trail adventure.